Did you know that people with migration background in Nuremberg have the opportunity to elect their own representation of interests at city level? This interest group is called the Council for Integration and Immigration of the City of Nuremberg, or Integration Council for short. In this video, we explain how the election of the Integration Council works. Before we can talk about the election, you should know something about the composition of the Integration Council. The Integration Council consists of 30 members. Before each election, it is redefined how many seats are available for people from certain regions of origin. Appropriate groups are formed for this purpose. This is done so that the communities with a migration background living in Nuremberg are represented in the council roughly in proportion to their share of the total population. In the current election in 2022, this division looks like this. In the first group, 8 seats are given to people from the European Union. In the second group, there are 9 seats for people from non-EU European countries, for example, Serbia or Turkey. In the third group, there are 8 seats for people from Africa, Asia, America and Oceania. In the fourth group, there are 5 seats available for late emigrants. Furthermore, additional rules ensure that there's also a certain diversity within the individual groups. An example, in Group 1, European Union, people from at least 5 different countries of origin must be represented. This is very similar for the other groups too. If you want to know more about the division of the groups and the additional rules that apply to them, you can find out more at integrationsrat.nürnberg.de. You can also watch the video, The Nuremberg Integration Council. In this video, we have compiled the most important information about the tasks and work of the Integration Council for you. But now let's go to the election. The Integration Council is re-elected every 6 years. The next time will be soon, on 9th of October 2022. You're probably asking yourself, can I also participate in the election of the Integration Council? All adult people with a migration background who have been continuously registered in Nuremberg for at least 6 months are eligible to vote. In concrete terms, these are persons with foreign nationality, including people applying for asylum, people with dual citizenship, naturalized persons, for example, people who are now Germans and once had a foreign citizenship, and late emigrants. It is very similar to a local, state or federal election. Registered voters will receive an election notice in the post stating when the election will take place and where they can cast their vote. So now you know who gets to vote. Let us now look at who is eligible to run. All people who are eligible to vote and have lived in Nuremberg for at least 3 years can stand for election to the Integration Council. Candidates can stand as individuals, but can also join together with other candidates to form a joint nomination. Such election proposals with several candidates can be recognized by a common keyword, for example, keyword A. Joint nominations with several candidates are often formed by people with similar political goals. This can be climate protection, integration, or anti-racism, for example. Frequently, people who are active together in an association or in a party also join together to form a joint election proposal. But that does not have to be the case. You want to run for office? Then go for it! At the end of the video, you will find a reference on how to get more information. But how does the election actually work? Here we come back to the beginning of the video. You already know that there are 30 people in the Integration Council and that the seats are distributed among different groups according to region of origin. At the election itself, you will receive a ballot paper at the polling station. On this, you will find the names of all the candidates, the year of birth, the profession, the country, but also the group for which they are standing. Election proposals in which candidates from different groups join forces are presented first on the ballot paper. Then, the other nominations follow. The names of the candidates are listed in alphabetical order. Now you have 12 votes, which you can distribute among all the candidates. You can give 1, 2, or 3 votes to one person. So you can decide how important it is to you that the person becomes a member of the Integration Council after the election. By the way, this is called cumulation. In addition, you can split your vote, that is, scatter your votes. This means that you can give your votes to candidates from very different election proposals. It is important, however, that you do not distribute more than 12 votes, otherwise your ballot paper is invalid. To make it easier to understand, we have 2 examples for you. Example 1. The topic of anti-racism is important to Yusuf. Therefore, he decides to give his 12 votes exclusively to candidates of the election proposal keyword A, who are all very anti-racist. He recognizes who belongs to this candidate list by the corresponding keyword. He particularly likes the candidate Xenia and therefore wants to give her more votes than other people. So, he gives her 3 votes and distributes his remaining 9 votes to other candidates on the list. Example 2. Susanna wants to vote for specific candidates she knows personally. Some of these are grouped together on the ballot paper, but some are not. So, she goes through the ballot paper and specifically looks for the names of her friends and acquaintances. She then gives her votes to them, a maximum of 3 votes per person. That was the most important information about the election of the Nuremberg Integration Council. And now it's your turn. Go to the website of the Integration Council and get more information. You can find it at integrationsrat.nürnberg.de. Download the documents for registering an election proposal and run for office, either together with a few friends or acquaintances or on your own. But above all, go vote on 9th of October.